Good evening guys, it's 5:52 p.m. Today is Friday, December 2nd. Second day after the month, right? So today NFP is scheduled at 8:30 a.m. So I'm writing a note. I wrote a note at 6 o'clock, right? So that's why if you read it here, it says continue to favor longs above backup buyer area, right? And both indexes. That is the first choice. Now, however, NQ is little weak because it's holding below this area. Above that area, assume buyers are becoming active again, and below that area, assume sellers are still in it, right? And that was the case today. Now, there is a caveat there though. Overall, above backup buyers area, both has more buyers in it compared to sellers. Above backup sellers area, no shorts at all. Now, here is the bummer, read this line. Straight exhaustion into 27.28 in ES equal to buying opportunity, and if that area holds it, then it will not revisit that area again, right? And here I am saying it's NFP, right? No need to write more, but this is the key statement. See, on purpose I put this statement on because I had a feeling, and usually I am right about my feelings, about certain levels, and luckily, not luckily, but you can see it, price exhausted into this area, right? Now how? If you look at overnight, yeah, price went below it, right? But what we discuss in Discord, that you have to separate it, today pre-market, overnight activity, and after NFP, like opening activity, so it's, you have to ignore one versus other, or vice versa. You have to mix and match, right? So if you look at it, today's opening was right into this area, right? So this exhaustion statement comes true right there of the open, not in the overnight. Overnight it was during NFP. Yes, it can fall through it, a few points below that area, but that is not important. What important is where it opened. So opened right around this area. So I would say invisible exhaustion, gap down into this area. That means exhaustion, right? Because price yesterday closed at 4,081, and now it is opening up right into this area. That means it's overnight, whatever happened, it's exhaustion there for RTH folks. Obviously they're gonna buy it, right? So it right into this area, and then I said it will not revisit again, right? And now look at it, what happened. This was the opening, which was right into this area, right? 27.28, and it did not revisit the area again, right? I put this note also at 6:30 in my chart in Discord, right? And you can see it didn't even come back again, right? Look at this. That was my long of the open, and then I built out at 45, which is right around here, because I was expecting sellers to step in here, but it's a reactionary short only, so I took a short also here, 10 points, back to 38. So from here 28 to 38 I wrote it, and then 45 short, 38 bail out, right? So one long, one short, I was done for the day. Friday anyway, every day I only do 1 or 2 trades, right? So I was done here, right? So, and I think couple of folks in the Discord also took the same trade, right? And then I was saying, hey, buyers are controlling from here, right? So if they are legit, they will not revisit 28 and 20 area again, or they will hold it even though if price goes higher, right? Price goes lower, or it has to take out this area and hold the damn 38. On the way down I said 30.27 here also, that it has to hold. So they held it, buyers held it, right? So that was another confirmation. Then it was hesitating here, right? So I said by 10 o'clock I need to see a close above 38. Damn thing at 10 o'clock right closed right at 38. So I said wait till 10:30 now, but between 10 to 10:30 price already went above 38 again, like this. So this was the long opportunity right here, but anyway I was done trading by that time, so I went outside, but this was a long bail out here, right? And then there was another long later on right here, which was around 11:17 right here. NQ, you have to follow the same pattern, level to level. So we discussed in NQ in the pre-market that it was holding this blue line, and why it came down right here to this blue line, which was our hunting level, and then it bounced from it, right? Hunting levels are very powerful. Once you see this bounce and then came back above this area and then come back down, hold this again blue line, see, this was a sign that buyers are buying it up. So NQ, this was a long if you want to take it with yes. This was a short in NQ, it was a confluence area back to this 862, and then here I wanted to see NQ holding 862 to 855 area, which it did, along with ES38. That was another confirmation, and I said, you know what, buyer's ultimate goal is to this NFP high in both of them. You know, eventually it will get there, and eventually it get there, you know, right there, see that, and they ended there. So the idea would be long after that, right? Any pullbacks you have to go long and target this. In between you can be in and out, but ultimately you have to reach here. That is your goal, you know. So all these longs, so this long was a double divergence here. See that? Hold on guys. Sorry guys, as usual I always get a phone call, right? So this was a double divergence. If you look at, say, it's a tiny thing you have to look, right? So you know NQ was keep getting rejection from the yesterday's low, right? So rejection here again, rejection here again, right? But that doesn't matter. What matters is what it is doing after that. It is holding these areas, right? Any areas, see, look at it here. It broke out about this line, it is holding it, right? It broke about this line, it is holding it. It broke about this line, it is holding it, right? So it is like doing a failed breakdown here. See, finally it broke this line, it held here, right? Again tried it, and then it did not hold it, and then it went down, but again it hold this line, right? And then again it tried it here, back and finally it took out, right? Once it took out this green line again, see, it held it here. So you have to know the pattern, what is going on. It's a slow step up. At the same time, you can see these internals, they were also lining up, right? They were not trending down, they were also following the price. You can see it, see that? And when price come down here like this, second time it made a slight new low here, but here there was a divergence, you know, so that you have to see. So actually here I can show you in ES, I think so. See here, this was the low, right? You can see it here, and then again it made a new low, and look at this divergence, see that? Clean divergence, right? And then it just up and up, see that? So that's how you have to look into it, you know. And this was a backup buyers area, right? So once price got rejection here and went through it, it will hold as a support, right? As I said, above backup buyers area, buyers are there, simple, right? So same thing here. Now NQ, yes, it was little weak, so it was below it, so that's why it held this backup buyers area as a sellers area here, continues to rejection. These were overnight sellers, you know. So we discussed in Discord that now you are going to deal with today overnight sellers versus most likely RTH buyers, and this was the confirmation that RTH buyers are there. Now do you want to go with RTH buyers or the past overnight sellers? Say it's the past activities, right? So they will get a reactionary response, so that would be your profit taking thing instead of shorting it. So but you stick with RTH buyers, you know, and then take a profit here. So there are so many trades here. Look at here, see that? Was this area is cleared out, there was a trade here, see that? All these levels. So but anyway, you are not supposed to trade entire day. In the morning 2 trades will be good enough, you know. We don't have to trade entire day, you know. That is not our goal. And that be all for today.